Hello and good afternoon. Today I am going to be discussing the process of stop motion animation. You take a picture of an object, then you move the object slightly, take a picture, and repeat to simulate movement. This is quite easy to do if you have a smartphone or camera, but also takes many hours to complete a single short film. Some history about stop motion: it dates all the way back to the early 20th century. And then it eventually hit its peak in the 1980s. And several of the different termed mediums of stop motion would include claymation, which was actually started by Will Vinton, the same guy who made California Raisins, and then other examples of claymation would include Gumby and Wallace and Gromit. Dynamation was termed by Ray Harryhausen, and in his films they incorporated live actors interacting with the figures, and all of it was inspired by the original King Kong movie. Cutout animation is used with paper or fabric. Rankin Bass uses the term animagic for his unique style of stop motion. And of course, brick films are made with Legos or other types of building block toys. The materials needed are a camera of any kind. I just use my telephone to record my movies. You can also use your phone for the software of editing your video, but I just used my computer. I recommend downloading the Stop Motion Studio app. It's a good idea to film at 12 frames per second, but you should film at 24 FPS if the scene is faster. Obviously, we need a subject to film. This can be absolutely anything you want it to be. You're trying to tell a story through your characters, but sometimes you can't use any type of facial expressions on the figures, so now we are limited to show the character's emotion through body language. Some characters can move their mouth, so you can attempt to lip sync for more realism.
What makes you think that you can beat me?
Some figures don't even have any moving joints, so you have to get creative in how they act. For example, these little monsters are made up of a single solid piece, so what I did here is I moved it back and forth to look like it's biting the knight figure. On the other hand, this dragon has many moving joints, so I used the full range to express different things. Also, when making a video, you need to have a written script ready before you start animating. That way you'll know exactly what to do and you won't get off track or anything. You can always have you and your friends be your own voice actors in your movies.
Halt! Who goes there?
When you're finishing editing your video, make sure to add sound effects and music to make it even better. It is also fun to have a few jokes here and there. Since you have unlimited freedom, you can take advantage of having your scenes be unrealistic. For example, frogs would never eat a Smurf, but with an hour and 15 minutes and some Play-Doh, I can give this frog a new taste. Since most people already have a phone, the cost for production is quite inexpensive. You can always buy some Play-Doh and make any story you want at a low cost. Stop motion is a very easy style of animation to learn, but also very time consuming. The last project I worked on was for a talent show, and the video had to be no more than 5 minutes, but the whole thing took me a little over a month to complete. I hope you are all inspired to create your own story through stop motion. The only way to get better at something is with practice, so get on out there and go make a movie. Thank you and goodbye.